Hey guys, it's been a while, but I thought I'd make a video to show off the new interface alpha, the future of RuneScape 3. Just a reminder that this is an alpha. It's alpha build 0.1a. Things are going to change. Performance is going to improve. So yeah, don't worry about it. It's likely going to be hard to see because I'm playing on a very large screen right now, but I'll do my best to explain exactly what I'm doing and what's going on. You might have to make your YouTube a little bigger if you watch with a small screen, because it might be hard to actually see what's going on. As you can see, as expected, we can basically move anything wherever we want. There's some limitations to it, like you can't make interfaces overlap, at least most of them. And also, I don't think there's actually a way that you can minimize interfaces. There's quite a few features I really didn't expect. You can separate chats, so you can have private chat, for example. You may have clan chat, for example. All that sort of stuff. You can just move things wherever you want, resize them, all that. Oh, as far as the chats go, you can also decide which chats have game messages and that sort of thing in them. So that's, and you can also, of course, toggle your things, clan chats, that sort of stuff. So this is the only interface you can't actually get rid of. You can get rid of, well, you can't get rid of the chats, I guess, but you can put them all inside each other and all that sort of stuff. Make them all one again. So I guess you can't get rid of that either, but you can't get rid of this interface. Most of them you can exit off. This you can't. It just sort of has all the main menu stuff. I'll get to exactly what you can do with it later. But the F keys are actually bound to this menu bar now, instead of like actual interfaces, because these interfaces may not be. Oh, there's a glitch. See, yeah, it's a little glitchy. Sometimes you get these small glitches that happen, but it's an alpha, so I'm sure it'll get fixed. They've really personalized everything. As you can see with this menu bar, everything is my hero, my inventory, my adventures, my power, and report bugs, of course. It's really nice to be able to report bugs in game. Like, for example, this stats thing. You would just quickly do it, but I'm not gonna. I'll report it later. So basically, this is my hero. It has your adventures log, which has some pretty nice information organized really well. My skills, which really shouldn't be titled my skills, because all it is skill guides. I mean, here's your skills interface. And while I'm going through these, most of these things can be pulled out of these interfaces and put where you want. Like this can't, but yeah. There's quite a few coming soon things, like my pets here coming soon. My achievements is just like, yeah. My inventory loadout is just like your backpack, items worn, etc. You just put the stuff wherever you want. Wardrobe, titles, animations, appearance. It's all coming soon, but I'm sure we'll see that soon. My adventures, this is just basically quests and challenges. One thing that I find interesting is my paths. I'm sort of wondering what my path is going to be. It's another coming soon thing. So you can't pull the quest interface out. Like, I don't know if people would want to, but at least all the interfaces are no longer full screen. They listen to player feedback on that, and none of this is full screen, so that's awesome. My powers is just prayers and abilities. Right now all the abilities are in one section here, but it looks like they're going to be separating them all in tabs. If you drag an ability here, it'll tell you about it and requirements and all that sort of stuff. You can also customize your bar down here. Again, this can all be dragged right out into the middle of wherever you want it to go. When you drag interfaces, you can also make them, see that arrow? It'll make them actually stack on top of each other. So you can put, like, these abilities, I think you can put them into, yeah, with skills. So here's my skills, melee abilities, blah blah blah. I can put my quests, or sorry, my prayer book in there. I can just kind of move them around, so you can make everything stack and all that. It's pretty nice. There's two coming soon buttons here. I'm going to put up on the screen the zoomed in of them. The first button here looks like a scale. I'm assuming it's going to have something to do with trading. It may have like like something to do with money is what I'm thinking the scale is. So maybe like GE offers something like that. I don't think they'll allow us to edit offers wherever we are, but maybe view offers. I don't really know what it's going to be, but I think everything's sort of up for speculation right now. Number two is, it looks to me like it's a top hat with a feather. I'm thinking it's probably going to be a link to the Solomon store. Or maybe just to like the customizations interface. Alright, so you can also switch, quick switch to certain loadouts, and you can save a couple of your own presets. But what I wanted to show here was the options menu. So you can see there's no logout button anymore. You actually have to hit escape, and there you go. Game settings, graphics settings, audio settings. There's a few interesting things in here. It's like everything all in one interface, and like you can even do warning settings and that sort of stuff. House settings, interface settings. I'm not sure exactly what's going to be in there, but just your basic, yeah, it'll link you to that sort of stuff. But yeah, this is how you exit to lobby and exit and all that. But you can also go into editing mode, and there's a couple things in here that I found really interesting. 3D world editing, you can actually change as far as the actual world is, which is crazy. Like you can make it so that your screen is only so big, and then the interfaces are around it, so that your interfaces aren't taking up your screen. Oops, I didn't save that. You can change minigame HUD, so that's like fish fillingers, that sort of stuff. You can make the interfaces for minigames appear wherever you want. You can somewhat resize it, but it's kind of hard to resize as well. They have a lot of things to fit into this window, so they got to be careful as far as how they let you resize it. Gameplay HUDs there's a lot of them here. First is your chat game dialogue. That's like your chat, so we'll just move that over here. Grave timer, area status. I assume that'll be like wilderness levels, that sort of thing. Task complete. Yeah, buffs and debuffs. This is an interesting one. I'll put it up there. New tasks. You can't edit these ones at all. And then central interface. I'm not exactly sure. I think that's bank, and I'll test that out after. And of course, you can save presets in here. It looks like you can have 2 custom presets. I'm hoping they let us actually have a couple more, because I can think of a couple places I'd like to use them. Okay, so you also zoom in and out with the scroll wheel. I actually hope they let a lock for this, because yeah. So anyways, I moved the dialogue up here, so now we're gonna see dialogue is up here. It looks a little odd, like without having borders or anything. So I'd like to see it either go transparent or get borders put on it. But yeah, so also there's some preset loadouts here. Of course, the default one, the one I've been using, this skilling. It's got like your stats on the left. Oh, as you can see, the action bar, they moved all the combat stuff onto there. Also got combat. Everything's sort of centralized at the bottom there for you. And then old school, which is interesting. As you can see, it decreases the size of the screen really small, so it's basically the same as playing in fixed mode, which is kind of nice for players that are used to fixed mode, because it takes a long time to get playing in resizable mode. So this would be kind of nice for people that want to stay in fixed mode, and it just kind of makes it pretty similar to what it was before. So as you can see, the central hub actually is the bank. It's odd, it makes a inventory appear beside it even though I have one open. So that's something I think they should change, is if you have an inventory, not add another one, because that's kind of redundant. But it's a little disappointing that it's so small, because in fixed mode the bank's so much bigger, and that's kind of nice. That being said, it has a settings button here, but every time I click it, it just kind of exits right out. So that is that's a little odd. Yeah, so I can't really figure anything out. Thanks for watching. I'll try to put more videos out when things change. This is an alpha, so of course things like this bank settings, just kind of exiting it out, that's a glitch. I'll report that. Hopefully it gets fixed. Hopefully things like the bank gets bigger, because that's kind of small for being on fixed mode. But It's as small as being on fixed mode, whereas I'm in resizable, so it should be much bigger than it is.